Western women and many men. You mentioned the passport bros. Now, can you tell people a little bit about the passport bros? Some of our listeners might not know what you mean by the passport bros. Can you share some information about that for our listeners?
I find that women abroad are more feminine, and so it's almost like if you're not needed here, you go elsewhere. You know, where women are more feminine, and they feel more appreciated as men, rather than, you know, just being somebody who's kind of invisible in the West. And the thing also that you have to think about, take into consideration, is that you've got a lot of women going for a minority type of man who's obviously affluent, you know, has got a lot of wealth, monetarily is very wealthy, and there's only a few of those men. So you've got a lot of women who are chasing a few amount of guys, and the majority of guys are not even getting the look in. So this is really becoming a big problem. So it's like men have to kind of look elsewhere. A lot of men are finding their passports and, you know, trying to look for, you know, female companionship abroad.
And we hear that a lot in America as well. Men of all races, but yeah, black men are now going to other countries now. You mentioned women are more feminine, so that stood out. So women are more feminine. Is that synonymous to women are obedient? Let's just do that.
Well, you know, when you, I'm gonna have to be very, very careful about how I say this to your listeners, because
take your time. That's fine.
There's a natural role that we both play. I mean, let's put it this way. I think this is one of the best ways for me to sort of articulate it in a way that makes sense, right? Because rather than just saying something that people may misconstrue something else, right? In life, you have the sun, which shines during the day. You have the moon that shines at night. You have hot and you have cold. You have happy and you have sad. You have you have hard and you have supple. You have hard and you have soft. You have hard and you have supple. Very hot and you have very cold. So it stands to reason that when you have two sexes, both of them cannot play the same role. One has to be the leader, but the other one who's being led doesn't necessarily mean she's just following blindly. She has an input as well. So don't forget, you've got two separate halves. Both have their own qualities, but together they unite and become one. Both don't have the same qualities. That's not possible. This is where the imbalance comes in. Where I've said before, the womanist movement has tricked women, fooled women into women who are very impressionable, I'm sorry to say, but it's true, into believing that we can do the same thing as men. Men don't want women who are going to compete with them. They want a partner, somebody they can share their life with. Do you know what I mean? So when you say, not you, as it's thought, generally now, that, yes. Somebody who's subservient, but we're not talking about subservient as slavery. We're talking about the subservient, the following part where you're fitting into your natural role. It doesn't mean that your hands are tied behind your back, or you're carrying a heavy load, or you're saying yes sir, no sir. You know, you're playing your natural role, and that's not subservient. That's natural for all women, and that's been natural for women since the dawn of time. There's nothing wrong with that.